In the midst of deep divisions in society, this year's Tisha B'Av took on an extra layer of significance, prompting reflection on the national mood today. And to shed light on this issue, we're now joined by attorney and journalist Ben Dror Yemini to discuss. Ben Dror, this year the Tisha B'Av holiday seemed to take on extra meaning coming amid deep divisions in society. How do you describe the national mood today?
Yeah, well, it's not our best Tisha B'Av. Tisha B'Av is never a nice day, but this Tisha B'Av, we managed to double the sorrow because the feeling of, destruction of the first temple, of the second temple, and now the feeling of a society which is about collapsing. But no, we are not collapsing. Yes, we have a problem. Yes, we have differences. But I do think, and I do hope, and I do pray, of course, that we are going to overcome this crisis, which is taking place right now.
Ben Dror, tens of thousands visited the Western Wall this year, and thousands also went up to the Temple Mount this year, including National Security Minister Itamar Ben Gvir. He spoke of the need to exert Israeli-controlled sovereignty. Any real news there?
No, he is saying it something like 3 times a year. And of course, in Tisha B'Av, he is saying it again. But we all know, if we know history, we know that the extremists always take us to the edge. And we just have to control them, to restrain them, in order not to let them destroy, and in order that history will not repeat itself. That's not what we want. But it's something which became, unfortunately, usual almost every Tisha B'Av on behalf of course, Ben Gvir.
Ben Dror, the situation is not easy. Protesters in some places disrupted Tisha B'Av programs and were outside ministers' homes. Isn't this becoming unwarranted harassment?
Well, we have all to remember that we had already many problems of that kind. We had a crisis in ILTV in the years when Israel just was founded. We had the election of 1981. We do all remember that there was a lot of violence in the streets. We remember the weeks before the assassination of Prime Minister Yitzhak Rabin. We remember the tensions before the disengagement from Gaza Strip. So we had it, we experienced it. And in all the times, eventually, we managed to overcome. I hope that in this time, it will not be different. Yes, we are in a crisis. We cannot ignore it. I feel it. We speak with people, we speak with friends, we speak with family, we see the news, we watch the demonstrations. Yes, we have a problem. But part of it, let's not forget, this is the Israeli democracy. When you see there's so many people in the street demonstrating, protesting against the government, it doesn't matter what you think, if you're in favor of them or against them. They are part of the democracy. They are demonstrating also democracy. And eventually democracy will win. That's what I think. We are not Turkey, we are not Hungary.
Definitely. Now, many religious people were upset by restaurants opening in Tel Aviv during the fast day. There was even a group sitting and reciting lamentations on the sidewalk outside an open restaurant. Signs of a society losing patience one for another?
Yeah, it's a shame. It's a shame because, when we are speaking about the protest and the people who go to the demonstrations, many of them are religious people. So what are you doing? To alienate them? What are you doing? What next? If they will do it in the day of the Holocaust remembrance? What else? I do not understand them. I really do not understand them. We always had this kind of fanatics. We had them from the right, and we just mentioned them. And unfortunately, we also have them from the left and among the circles of the protest.
Ben Dror, for more united days, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.